Solid wood furniture is beautiful and hard wearing. Our oil and wax finish makes it easy to maintain the natural beauty of your timber furniture throughout its life. For daily cleaning, use a damp cloth or sponge with clean water, wiping down the whole surface as one. Do not concentrate cleaning on small areas, as this will cause the surface to appear patchy. Never use spirits, bleaches or chemical cleaners to clean your timber. For deeper cleaning and long-term general maintenance, apply wax refresher. We recommend applying wax every 3 to 6 months to maintain the beauty of your wood furniture. Wax can also be applied any time you wish to freshen up the appearance of your timber. Wax refresher is available from Espada as part of an oiled finish care and repair kit. This kit includes 2 soft cloths, 2 scouring pads, 1 sanding sponge and 250 milliliters of wax. It is important to use the appropriate wax for your finish. For Danish oil finishes, use clear wax. For pigmented oil finishes, use the appropriate pigmented wax, such as white wax for white oiled finishes. After removing the lid from your wax refresher, use a spoon to remove the thin skin that forms on the surface of the wax. Next, take a small piece of wax, relative to the size of the surface being cleaned, and rub it into a soft cloth. As a guideline, for a tabletop, you will need approximately 4 to 5 tablespoons of wax. Rub the wax into the soft cloth, working it in a circular motion between your hands until it is one thin layer, almost becoming part of the cloth. Once prepared, use the waxy cloth to rub the entire surface of the timber, always following the grain direction. For large surfaces, such as the top of a dining table, you may find it easier to work in sections. The wax should be applied in one even layer across the entire surface, so be sure to add more wax as needed. Always add wax to the cloth and rub it in using a circular motion before wiping the cloth across the timber surface. This will ensure a more even distribution. Once you have applied the wax to the entire top surface, use the waxy cloth to wipe down the entire surface as one, further evening out the initial application. Next, run the cloth along the edges of the tabletop with special concentration on the end grain. Using clean cloth, wipe the entire surface to rid of excess wax. Allow the surface to dry for 24 hours before use. We recommend refraining from placing heavy objects on the surface for 5 to 7 days after applying wax. For deep scratches and dents, a steam iron can be used to raise the wood fibres of the solid timber before reapplying wax refresher. You will need a steam iron filled with water and set to the highest setting, 1 thin, lint-free cloth and a bottle of water. Pour a small amount of water directly onto the dent. Place the cloth on top, then add a further splash of water to saturate the cloth. Use the steam iron to gently iron the cloth, being sure not to let the cloth get too dry. Add more water as needed. You may find it helpful to angle the iron into the dent slightly as you work. Periodically lift the cloth to check the progress you are making with the dent, then replace the cloth and continue to iron, being sure to add water as needed until you are happy with the results. Be patient as the wood fibres will raise gradually. Once satisfied, use the cloth to wipe the excess water. Then allow the patch to dry fully before following the wax refresher application instructions. For light damage, scratches and stains on solid wood, use the following procedure. Use a fine sanding sponge between 180 to 240 grit to sand in long strokes across the affected area, following the direction of the wood grain. To avoid an uneven appearance, do not concentrate the sanding exclusively on a single patch and sand only until the mark is removed. Next, lightly sand the entire surface. For large surfaces, such as the top of a dining table, you may find it easier to work in sections before sanding the entire surface as one, using long strokes, always following the grain direction. After sanding the top surface, rub the sanding sponge along the edges. Next, take a scouring pad and wipe the entire surface, following the grain direction. This will help to create an extra smooth surface. After wiping the top surface, rub the scouring pad along the edges. Use a clean white cloth to wipe the entire surface, including edges, to rid of all dust before applying wax refresher.